What's going on, Soul Nation? Ginger Prime here, and today I've got some big Ginger news, aka channel news, for you guys to talk about the state of the channel, where I want to go with this channel, and also announcing officially my podcast channel, Ginger Gaming Radio. There's a lot that I want to break down, a lot I want to share with you in this video, so hopefully you enjoy what we're about to see. And first and foremost, I want to start with showing you guys the new channel intro for the channel itself. You can see the logo here on the screen, Ginger Gaming Radio. I've teamed up with Get Wrecked Labs to kind of really help create something very beautiful in my mind. I love the color scheme that I have. I love my dragon that I have. I love that you guys are the Soul Nation. And I've also turned on memberships. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. But I don't want this to be just a video that's just membership, etc. Now, there's nothing that's going to change in regular content. But what I want to do is I want to share with you guys this new channel and what I think for the future and why I decided to turn on memberships in case you're curious. But let's go ahead and dive in to the beauty that this is. I love this so much. So that is the new channel trailer intro for Ginger Gaming Radio. Link will be in the description. We've already got several PSO radio podcasts up there if you guys want to check that out and enjoy. We also have a Crystal Core podcast, which is Final Fantasy, Square Enix focused. You can see a couple different games in there, Blue Protocol and things like that. So there'll be future podcasts that are really centric around specific games. Obviously, you're going to see action and you're going to see the JRPG-ness of a few of them. You also see some Anthem. I ran an Anthem podcast for a little bit as a curiosity to see how that game does. Obviously, I'm a fan. And essentially why Ginger Gaming Radio, why this new channel. And it comes down to, this is a channel that's really about long form content. The idea is that this is something that you can watch or you can probably listen to just by playing the game, whether you're grinding in Phantasy Star, Final Fantasy, Blue Protocol, whatever. Like when you're sitting down and you're just doing something, especially grinding, like over and over again, something that you can hopefully enjoy, that you can look forward to at the end of each week. Now, the videos, the reason they're going to be longer than normal, that's also part of the fact that it's a podcast. It's a little bit longer. So we covered news, discussion, community engagement, things like that. But we're also doing it slightly retrospectively. It's not breaking news. It's going to be the news that's happened that week in the conversation that's kind of tied into it. The reason is to try to avoid sensationalism, try to avoid trying to get you to click and get you into the video and, oh, it turns out like it's not what you expected kind of thing. And the reason is that I feel like, there's just a better way we can go about making content online. That all being said, it's a way that we can also look back. Here was the reaction, and here was essentially my thoughts on it. So it's going to be informative and hopefully entertaining for you guys. And that's the reason why it's going to be on its own channel, because it is just a different product, if I think about it in terms of that, than typical news and what's going to happen and what's going on right now, in which you get here at Ginger Prime. So you're not going to see guides and things like that. It's just discussion, guests, conversation, and more. And I hope you really enjoy the work that I've been putting into that channel. We've got much more to come as a preview. I'm also creating kind of a coding education channel, trying to teach video editing, coding, things like that. And the reason it all boils down to is I've tried to put those kind of content here on Ginger Prime back in the day as I was kind of experimenting with what did I want this to be. Worked a game, I put stuff over there as well. And those videos just don't perform. And then when I really think about it, is that they're so different from everything else that I do. It's just not going to make sense. Hearing a weird sound in this room right now. So anyway, a little bit less less formal in this conversation that I'm having with you right now. So then the question comes down to memberships. I decided that if we get over the course of time, for the first 100 members, I want to make you guys founders. Whether you stay subscribed or not, that doesn't matter. If the first 100 people who join are going to be considered founders, and I want to thank you guys. I want to put something at the end of the videos or something like that. So I'm going to find a way that's going to make sense, that's not going to necessarily extend the video beyond what it needs to be. And then as a part of it, members get obviously these badges that are going to be next to their comments, and as they stay as a member, you can see the nice little dragon that grows It's a little smaller because I was already cycling through them. Starts as an egg, hatches, baby dragon, a little bit bigger dragon, and then a dragon with flame and a crown. I just think that's cool. Then we got some emojis here. So you get a rare drop, PSO2 sword, level up, heart with a crown, and a rappy. And we're going to be adding in more emotes as we go down the line, theming off of different games, so to speak. So originally I was thinking about turning on members or membership to help kind of fund my game development. I'm a programmer. I've built some games in the past, nothing I've ever published. I've said in 2020 I want to release a game, as my voice cracks. Obviously there's a little bit of disappointment in the world as it is, and things come up and change. And so primarily right now focusing on making sure that we've got enough work hours and, I'm providing for the family the way it is. Your membership in this case will directly impact my family. You're supporting me and the content I make, and therefore you're also supporting my family in that way, because that's just, I guess, how support works. And so I just want to say, if you do consider joining, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Your support will be helping to support, obviously content. Also look at, if you guys go and check out Ginger Gaming Radio and you like that channel and you sub to that, if we can get that monetized and we can get that to where it's, I'm able to cover the cost of hosting the audio files, I will absolutely do that. So then if you guys, anybody interested in an audio only form of the podcast, or podcasts in this case, can go and so that's the goal. So I think it's 1,000 subs and 1,000 or 4,000 public watch hours. And so we're coming up on 100 subs. So it's feasible that can happen, this year, which would be great. So I'm archiving all the audio. That way, when we do eventually hit that, and it can cover the cost, which I think the cheapest I found is like $10 a month. So per podcast, which is ridiculous. Anyway, I'm going to keep shopping around, trying to find the best way to go about it that gives me the best tools and helps it get into Spotify and iTunes and Google. We currently host one podcast that's $16 a month. And if I end up doing this, I might end up switching. Anyway, long story short, lots of fun things coming up on the channel. And like I talked about, I want to teach programming. I want to teach video editing. So that's going to go up on a different channel called Prime University. That's going to be something I'm going to hope will launch again with the help of Kit Labs for theming, for logo design, to kind of really give it that professional feel. And hopefully you've seen that in the thumbnails. Hopefully you've seen that in the transitions. Hopefully you've seen that in the quality of the videos that I'm trying to produce. And hopefully I continue to get better. Obviously, your support, your subscription, you being here, your comments, are really what this is about. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of the Soul Nation. And what I'm going to be calling members, they get a special title, Soul of the Dragon. I think that's something that I think is fun. If you haven't caught on, I like dragons. And so I've got that with the theme, with the, with the idea behind it. So anyway, I'm going to wrap up this news post. As always, your questions, your feedback, your critique are more than welcome. Please, obviously let me know what you're thinking. If there's a way that you feel like I can make memberships more valuable, I would, let me know. I want to build that as a platform, but I don't want to cut people out. I don't want to sit here and say, you only get the coolest content if you're a member. Honestly, that's the kind of the one line in the sand that I want to have. I don't, I want it to be something completely optional, something that if you can, you consider. If you can't, I understand. I totally get it, especially in times like today. But I wanted to show you what I've got, what I'm working on. And all of this is going to also be over on Twitch, Work to Game, etc. So wherever I am live, you'll have access to this. So if you have Twitch Prime, you can support over that way for free and then have access to some of this. We're not partnered, so we only have limited emojis. So I've put a few up there, so they're there, and we'll keep adding them as we get the option to. And then also I'm working also on getting some new emotes. So we'll hopefully have a continual stream of really kick-ass stuff for you guys to check out. Anyway, that's it. Like I said, I'm without rambling too much and too much further. Thank you so much for your consideration, your time, your comments, your likes, your energy. I love you very much. I hope to see you in my next video. But until then, take care.